When two rising stars collide inside the octagon, it's not just a fight. It's a statement to the world. At UFC Kansas City, Machado Garry and Carlos Prates went to war in a highly anticipated showdown that lived up to every bit of the hype. Fans packed the T-Mobile Center and millions tuned in worldwide to see if Garry could continue his meteoric rise, or if the devastating power of Carlos Prates would shake up the welterweight division. What followed was a masterclass in resilience, strategy, and heart. From the opening bell, the tension was electric. Machado Garry, nicknamed the Future, entered the cage with a near-flawless record and the confidence of a fighter destined for greatness. Across from him stood Carlos Prates, a Brazilian knockout artist riding an 11-fight knockout streak. The narrative was simple: precision versus power, technique versus raw aggression. In the early rounds, Garry showcased why he's considered one of the brightest prospects in the UFC. His movement was crisp, darting in and out of range, landing sharp jabs and chopping leg kicks. Prates, meanwhile, stalked forward methodically, looking for that one shot to end the night early. Every time he unleashed his power punches, the crowd held its breath. Garry's defensive instincts were on full display, slipping just out of reach and countering with combinations that frustrated the Brazilian. Round 2 saw Garry really settle into his rhythm. He mixed up his attacks beautifully, combining body kicks, head strikes, and sharp footwork to control the pace of the fight. Prates, while still dangerous, struggled to find consistent success against Garry's diverse arsenal. The Irishman's ability to maintain composure and stick to his game plan was a testament to his growth as a martial artist. However, the fight wasn't without its moments of danger. In the 4th round, Prates found a window and landed a brutal right hook that visibly shook Garry. For a brief moment, it looked as though the tide might turn. Prates surged forward, throwing heavy shots in an attempt to finish, but Garry's survival instincts kicked in. He clinched, moved, and intelligently defended himself to ride out the storm. That moment showed that Garry isn't just a technical fighter. He has the heart of a warrior. Heading into the final round, it was clear that Garry held the lead on the scorecards, but the fight still hung in the balance. Both men came out with urgency, trading strikes in a thrilling exchange that had the Kansas City crowd roaring. Garry, sensing victory within reach, pushed the pace, while Prates desperately searched for a game-changing knockout. Ultimately, Garry's superior conditioning, strategy, and technique carried him through. When the final horn sounded, both fighters raised their hands, but there was little doubt about the outcome. The judges returned scores of 48-47, 48-47, and 49-46, all in favor of Machado Garry, who improved his professional record to 16-1-0. With this victory, he not only cemented his place in the UFC's top welterweights, but also silenced critics who questioned whether he could handle adversity against a hard-hitting opponent like Prates. Analysis. This win was significant for several reasons. First, it proved that Machado Garry has the toughness to overcome adversity inside the octagon. Facing a dangerous finisher like Carlos Prates and surviving a scare in the championship rounds will only build Garry's confidence going forward. Second, it showcased the evolution of his fight IQ. Garry didn't chase a finish recklessly. Instead, he fought smart, managed distance, and stuck to a disciplined game plan, even under pressure. On the flip side, Carlos Prates, despite the loss, proved that he belongs among the division's elite. His power is legitimate, and he forced Garry to dig deeper than he has in previous fights. Prates will undoubtedly learn from this experience and return even more dangerous. Looking ahead. With this statement win, Machado Garry has set himself up for an even bigger opportunity, possibly a top 5 opponent or even a title eliminator bout. Names like Bilal Muhammad, Gilbert Burns, or Jack Della Maddalena could be next on the horizon. For Prates, the path back up the rankings is clear. Continue refining his skills, capitalize on his natural knockout power, and aim for another marquee matchup soon. No matter what the future holds, UFC Kansas City gave us a memorable clash between two warriors, and Machado Garry proved once again why he's not just the future, he's the present.